G'day guys, welcome to the channel. My name's Tim, and on today's episode we're taking a look at Bitcoin and the S&P 500 chart. And we're looking at these particular correction points that we've seen in the past every 3 to 4 years, and we're seeing exactly how far away we are from that same correction point just now. All right, let's get stuck in. So what I've got on the screen here is the S&P 500, and I've marked in these vertical lines here every 3 to 4 years, and I've marked them in where we bounce off the 30-month simple moving average. You can see we come back down to it every 3 to 4 years. So this was August 2011, September 2015, and December 2018, and we also went a little bit below it right here in March 2020. Now, the reason these particular points are of interest to Bitcoin, if I overlay Bitcoin, we can see that those are the points when we reached a bottom. So you can see right here, we're maybe a month out, but we reached a bottom here for Bitcoin leading up to the 2013 run. We reached a bottom here for the 2017 run, or leading up to the 2017 run, and we reached a bottom here. And look, we're only about a month away, and this is a monthly chart. These are the monthly closes. But we're only about a month away, and this is the bottom leading up to the 2021 chart. Now, the other interesting thing is the distance between these points is about 3 to 4 years. You'll see here in the 2013 peak, it was exactly 4 years. In the 2017 peak, it was exactly 3.3 years. And we are now 3.25 years from that previous bounce point. So we're in a very, very similar place to where we were in that previous cycle, okay? All right, so I'll just take away Bitcoin for a second. Let's zoom in here to the S&P 500. So we can see that we tend to come up and we come back down to the point right there. And at the moment, you can see we are about here. And I've measured it's only about 10% more to drop to reach that particular point. So there's no guarantees, and we don't know exactly what will happen. The price could all of a sudden reverse and go back up again. That's a possibility. We could come back down to the point like we have on the last few occasions every 4 years and then bounce off again. And that would be potentially a really good optimal entry point for Bitcoin. Alternatively, we might even crash through it. It is possible that we crash through it. And the reason why that is possible is right now I'm looking at a log chart. So if we draw these parallel lines here, you can see that we start at the bottom of the channel, we go towards the top, we come back down to the bottom, we've reached the top again, we hit a peak and we've come back down. That's what it looks like in a log chart. If we change it from a log chart to a linear chart, it doesn't quite work. So what we'll do is let's move this about. This is the point that we were respecting more or less. We started somewhere around here. We reached a bottom there, went to the top of the channel a couple of times, went to the bottom of the channel, top of the channel, bit below it, and then we started going almost parabolic looking at this. So it is quite possible that we come down to the bottom of this channel and not just the top of the channel like we thought where the moving average is. You can see the moving average was basically a straight line, and then at the end it's curled right up. Okay, so it's possible that we bounce to that point and go off again, but it's also possible that we do something like that and come down to the bottom of this channel. And that would be the most devastating drop that we've had for a very long time. In fact, if that happened, to give you an idea of what percentage that is about a 28% drop. If we compare that to the pandemic, on a monthly chart, that was about a 20% drop, looking at the monthly closes. So it would be more devastating than the pandemic drop right there. And it's probably the worst drop since the Great Financial Crisis back here. Let's have a look at that was on a monthly chart. That was about a 50% drop, 52% drop on a monthly chart. So if we did that, that would be quite bad, but that is entirely possible. And in a log chart, that's how that would look. So it's not beyond the realms of possibility. Now, Bitcoin has only existed in a world where we've stayed above this 30-month moving average. Okay, so if all of a sudden we drop further below it, that could be very interesting for Bitcoin, and maybe Bitcoin behaves differently to what we've seen in the past. Anyway, just some food for thought. No one can predict or tell the future. This is very speculative technical analysis, but we're just looking at a few possibilities. I hope you enjoyed that video. My name's Technical Tim, and until next time, cheers.